Hi, this is Apocalypse Keys, and this is let me look at my notes, 13th session, and the second session in the mystery, the Manananggal murders by Ray Najadi. And today we're not one player short. We have the same number of players as last time, but Tees can't be with us. But our new player, Nina, is with us, who's playing the betrayed named Alecto, and who we are going to get to know today. Hi, Nina. Lovely to have you. And also with us, as always, is Sina, playing Ridian.
Hi.
And I think before we go into the story, we can quickly have a chat about Alecto. Nina, who is Alecto to you so far? We don't need anything like super detailed, no 20 pages of backstory, but just like your impression of them.
Yes. Well, to be honest, I'm curious to get to know my own character a little better during this game.
Absolutely.
Because that's always how it goes for me, kind of. When I start a new character. I mean, I've only played D&D sessions so far, but there's only so much that you can really like imagine.
Absolutely.
I think you really only get to know yourself when you are playing and like when you are realizing like what are my reactions, what are my
true.
thoughts.
Like I tell that to everybody who wants to hear it, that I always roll up my characters in any game, and I like in the very well written games, I kind of know who I am by the end of the first session. More often than not, it's like around the third or fourth session where I have the first idea of who I am. So that is like I get where you're coming from, but sorry
Yeah.
to interrupt you.
So in terms of my appearance, it's still a little vague in my head. I'm definitely a somber character, very reserved at first, at least. Distinctly grumpy. I did put a few things in. I'm wearing this ever moving cloak, so I have this billowing cloak wrapped around me like a protective shield at all times. And I don't seem very approachable, let me put it that way. At the same time, I do still also have, of course, a human aspect, I suppose, which can be very passionate when it comes to injustices, which makes sense. And incredibly awkward in most social situations, unless I have like a really good day. Let's see what else. I only ever really get into my stride and get into my like confidence when I'm really angry.
Yeah.
Which will reveal itself during the game, I think, I hope. Yes. I haven't chosen a picture yet for my character because I don't know. I don't think it's that important, right? Like it's optional.
No, not at all.
But I do kind of want to visualize it a little bit because I think it also, at least for me, it does help me when I have like a clear idea of
what
I look like. But I haven't been able to really make up my mind about it so far. So at this
That's
point, I'm
perfect.
just a bit of a mystery.
Okay. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Don't sweat it. Okay. I think maybe the best way to go about it is to quickly talk about the Betrayed playbook, um, as we think it is conceptualized.
Hmm.
What do you think? What is the Betrayed about, like thematically?
Well, I mean, it's on the surface, it's pretty. I think it's pretty obvious the whole aspect of vengeance, the whole
Mm.
aspect of being hurt,
Mm.
having been hurt, and holding on to that
Mm-hmm.
very strongly, like not being able to let go of that at
Yeah.
all, to the point that it like starts consuming you,
Mm-hmm.
sort of. Like that's how I understand it a little bit. Like it's I mean, one of the starting moves is I am vengeance. So it kind of
Yes.
like the the desire to just to how do you say, to get justice for what has been done to me,
Mm-hmm.
is so strong that I think that every time I encounter another injustice, I like project all of that
Yeah.
rage and desire for revenge onto that other person or situation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
kind of how I see it.
Yeah. Yeah. Me too. Like, there's a strong sense of justice. And if you want to play it like that, it can also like venture into the self-righteous, right? That you are the arbiter of what is right and wrong.
Yes.
Um, and if one wants to play it that way, that can get really scary really fast. Um, since I know that you're both fans of Alien Earth, I just watched the most recent season of Fargo by the same creator, by Noah Hawley, and John Hamm plays a constitutional sheriff, and that embodies that like really scary aspect of somebody who thinks they know right from wrong and are not
Mhm.
bound by any other laws or ethics, and that is really really dark. So yeah, but of course there's also, as you
Unrighteous.
said, this sense of like needing justice and fairness that all ADHD people, I think, know intimately.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's all in how you play it. Yes, very good. We do have a few starting things that we need to do.
Mhm.
Um, Nina, how do you feel about your moves? Do we want to talk about them, or do you just want to start playing? Like, do you are you confident that you know what they do, or do we want to quickly have a look at them again?
I think it's definitely a good idea to look over them again because I'm like I'm very bad at memorizing things, and in this
Mm.
case, like I mean, memorizing everything is not always the most important thing. I know that, but
Yeah,
just
but
going through
but
the key points again, I think is a good idea.
I think so too.
Um,
Like, as we said, and on other occasions, Apocalypse Keys is very baroque in its writing. So there's lots of little details. So your starting move is I am Vengeance.
mhm.
It goes, the entity within you can always sense those nearby who bear the scars of trespass and the burden of regret. When you merge with the entity and deepen your senses to see the full weight of a soul, describe what you find there. Spend darkness tokens and roll. So reading that, I like to my mind, there are two important bits. One is that you, as a player, decide who bears the scars of trespass and the burden of regret. Ridian has a similar thing in terms of emotions, where I, as a GM, always also describe like the surface level of emotions of characters. And then Ridian can, or rather Xena can decide to dive in deeper. And I think I will keep doing that for the NPCs that I know have a sense of trespass. And the way I understand this move, it's but we can talk about that. Maybe you see it differently. But the way I see it is that they, like, it's a very individual thing. That's not a like some higher cosmic law that they've trespassed against, but it's their sense of feeling guilty, right? The idea of the burden of regret. So when I have an NPC where I think they are regretful over something, I will communicate that, and then it's up to you whether or not you want to dive deeper into that. At the same time, and I don't know if I ever explicitly said that, but that goes in an analog way, goes to Ridian. You're always welcome to also just make decisions and just say, hey, that person feels guilty, and then I, as a GM, will be like, okay, why? Like, I wasn't aware of that, but that's fine. You're very welcome to just do this let's say world building. And the same again goes for Ridian too. Like, if you ever think, hey, that would be really cool if that person was very, very sad because I have an angle I want to play off that, you're welcome.
All right.
Okay.
Do that. So, and then you spend darkness tokens and roll. And darkness tokens are like one of the main currencies in this game. And everybody gets them in different ways. You get them by feeling judgmental or guilty, overreacting to protect someone, ask someone to trust you, ask someone to make a promise, or embody a condition that affects you. And your conditions, if you go to the right, are raging, unreachable, lonely, and obsessive.
Yes.
The thing there is that the darkness tokens, it's up to you to claim them. I'm not handing them out. Whenever you feel your character overreacts to protect someone, feel free to take 2 to 4 darkness tokens.
Okay.
You don't need to wait for me to give them to you. And the same goes with the conditions. I will sometimes hand them out as keeper moves, as a reaction to something that happens in the fiction, but you're also welcome at any point to just mark a condition if you want to. And that is sometimes used to farm darkness tokens through that embody a condition that affects me a bit, and that is not a bad thing. Like, as somebody, like, a thing that I often find with D&D players is this idea of rule of cool, that you ignore rules when something in the fiction would be cooler. And my soapbox opinion to that is that only makes sense in badly written games. Like, in well-written games, the rules will bring you to the cool anyway.
Yeah.
And you don't need to ignore them. And if you lean hard into the rules that Apocalypse Keys gives you, that is fine. There's no stigma on quote-unquote power gaming here. Because if you have too many darkness tokens, that is, if you end a move with 5 or more darkness tokens, you are torn between. That is basically, and we don't need to go into the move in its details. That's on the basic move tabs if you're interested. In short, it just means that you're torn between your human and your monstrous side, and nothing really bad per se happens. It's just another role-playing prompt, as all of these effects here are. You know, there's no, to my mind, there's not this moment that you have in other games sometimes where something happens and then you're fucked. Here it's just bad, quote unquote, bad result means role playing prompt.
Okay.
So also lean into the fuck ups.
Just means drama comes out at the other end. Great.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that because otherwise it's just you I don't know,
Yeah,
lose, I don't know, 10 hit points and that's it.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. You won't have these moments where you just feel like you fucked up and nothing good came out of it. I hope.
Yes.
Yes. So you spend the darkness tokens and roll. And another thing, just to front load that is that here you aim for the middle result. Usually, that is the best result. Like you
Yes.
can roll bad, and you can roll mid, and you can roll good, and the good is the second best option usually. It's the option where somebody else gets hurt. So that is the moment where you decide how many darkness tokens you spend, and you maybe not always want to spend all you have, because that could also end badly. Well, not badly,
Yes.
but you know what I mean.
I
So
have a question.
yeah,
Where do I see the darkness tokens?
if you roll, go up to E
Oh, here. Oh,
27,
now.
there's a big fat 0. That is
Yeah.
where you put your darkness tokens.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And
Wait, and how?
as I said, you can just claim them by doing the things to the left of that big 0.
Oh, I see. Okay. So I do that whenever I do a move.
Or
No, you
whenever.
claim them whenever you feel like you have done one of those things, like
Yeah,
Oh,
that are on
after
the
I've
left
done
hand
the
side.
move, and then yes, okay.
yeah. Like
No,
whenever you
in the
feel,
role play.
yeah. Whenever you say your character feels judgmental or guilty, claim 2 to 4
Okay.
darkness tokens.
So that will just come along through this game
Yeah,
naturally, I think.
yeah.
Probably see it in action and then it'll become clearer.
Yeah.
Okay,
At
okay.
least that's what
Yeah,
happened to me.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm very learning by doing, so
yeah,
this
absolutely.
is now all some of these things are a bit abstract to me, but I guess that's also normal, so
That's totally
I'll get
normal, yeah.
into it.
The important thing here to remember is just that you claim them yourself. You don't need my approval for claiming them.
Okay. And do I just click on the
mhm.
thing that?
It's just a text field. So if you say you
Okay.
claim 2, you just type in a 2 and then it's 2.
I see.
Okay.
Okay.
So, and then when you roll, you can have 3 possible outcomes. The quote unquote best one is the 8 to 10. On an 8 to 10, the entity within you. So that would be an interesting question to explore during the game, who or what that entity is. But you have some entity within you, and that tempers your justice with mercy. And you can choose 2 of the 4 effects here. One is their greatest trespass, and them being the person you just played the move on. Their greatest trespass is revealed by the darkness. Create a power of darkness that you have access to for now. And powers of darkness are, your powers really, and they are not. There's no deep mechanic scaffolding to them.
Okay.
You currently have, for example, up there in line in cell H18, you have transformation fueled by vengeance and imbuement of hellfire. Those were the 2 picks you made during character creation, and I don't know any more about these powers than you do.
Okay.
It's all yours to define what it is.
Cool.
And they are basically just the role-playing flavor for your moves.
I see. I just realized I need to get my dice because I didn't put them on my desk. Just a second.
Oh, you can also use the dice roller.
We do have a dice roller, but we can also have a little break if you want, like 5 minutes.
No, it will just take a second because I know where they are.
Okay.
But I do like to have like actually I have a big one.
I get it.
It's D20, right? I'm not.
No,
it's 2d6.
2d6.
Oh, okay, idiot. Okay, no worries. I'm just gonna get them.
So I'm wondering
Mm-hmm.
if we might want to, despite the fact that we have the other player is not being here, maybe we should do the bonds
Absolutely. That's what I was
before
thinking too.
Yeah.
At least the one for Ridian, obviously not the one for Virtus.
Obviously, yes.
Yeah, and then we can.
Because they might also come into play.
Yeah.
And then. Well, and then there's the establishing question of the weapon.
Yeah, exactly. So I thought what we're doing today is talk through the establishing question of the weapon, do bonds, and then maybe have a little bit of fiction that integrates Alecto with a group.
Yeah.
Like where Ridian and Alecto kind of get in contact with one another. And
maybe
then
we can find a clue.
Yeah, maybe you can find a clue.
All right.
Ina can test drive the rules a little bit.
Yes. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
I got my dice.
Mm-hmm.
I do like the feeling of just like rolling dice. That's why.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So then the second thing that you can choose from is declare how they must make amends to appease your need for justice, gain one bond with them. And bonds are basically ways that you can modify a dice roll after the fact. And they represent getting to know a character.
Mm-hmm.
And the third one is your souls burn and resonate together. Inflict 2 conditions on them, but take 1 in return. And conditions also, like if you have all conditions ticked, you hit your breaking point, which in your case is vengeance arises within you and burns away everything else that held you to this world. All that is left of you is betrayal and pain, shame and fury. You deserve this. You have your humanity stripped away to reveal the monster you've always been. You make sure, however, that the world burns with you. Describe how your betrayal transforms you into a monstrous tool of despair and what unforgivable horrors you commit to perform cruel justice. The keeper will tell you how the entity within you claims another to serve vengeance. So the breaking point is your character at their lowest. And that happens, and you can make other player characters get to that point quickly if you want. And also that is the way to defeat monsters. And the last one is the soul you peer into cannot hide the truth from you. Ask the keeper any question, they will answer it honestly and with great detail. So it's an information getting move.
Yes.
Very cool. And then if you roll 11 plus, the entity within you demands distribution and horror. Choose one. Either the vengeance you deliver eclipses the trespass. Describe how you go too far and the suffering you cause. The keeper will tell you what supernatural beings of power take notice and their response.
Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm. I wonder what
interesting move.
Or the entity within you claims a new soul to strengthen itself. Gain a new power of darkness that reflects the screaming soul within you trapped for eternity.
Like a power of darkness forming move if you go overboard.
Yeah. So mechanically that seems to be the theme of the betrayed, like to get all these powers of darkness.
I do like that that's an option, because then I don't always have to go too far necessarily.
Yes. But again, it's this theme of you're really doing damage to somebody in one way or another. Either you trap them within your soul, or you just destroy them. And the 7 minus is the entity reshapes another part of your soul and replaces it with what may better serve horrific vengeance. The keeper will tell you what happens next. I have no idea what that means, and we'll figure it out once it happens in the game.
It leaves a lot of options.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing I just now latched onto was in the top part of it. It says, when you merge with the entity and deepen your senses to see the full weight of a soul, describe what you find there. So there's a bit of agency for you there as well. You describe what you find in their soul.
Mm-hmm.
And then you roll, and from then or we both, I guess, play off what you found there, what you decided was in that person, what their big failing, their big regret, their big scars of trespass was.
Yes.
So that's cool.
Oh yeah. Yes. All right.
Okay, so, and the second move is an eye for an eye. That was the first one that you chose. You are a sign of vengeance. You are enslaved and empowered through eternal punishment. When you unleash the dark, and unleash the dark is the basic do shit move that every Powered by the Apocalypse game has. And that's also the move that you use your powers of darkness with. So when you unleash the dark by acting out on behalf of vengeance, you can also choose one from below, even on a miss. So if we go over to the basic moves tab, there is this Unleash the Dark move, and it has its own effects. And we don't have to go through it right now, maybe, unless you want us to. We can totally do that.
Might make more sense in game.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay.
To just not overload you with information. But that is one of the basic moves. And it has its own effects. And when you do that as a betrayed who has an eye for an eye, you, on top of those effects, also get one from below, even if you miss. And that is either infect them with inescapable guilt and horror for their trespasses, grant immeasurable power to those they have wronged most, cleanse their souls cleanse their souls of all trespasses, binding it to your own, declare just punishment for the trespasses on their soul. It will come to pass by the end of the mystery in one way or another.
I also love that.
Yeah.
Like, I love how the it's not just about the
perpetrators, it's also about their victims.
Yeah, exactly. It's not just about the perpetrators. It's about like granting immeasurable power to the victims. That's awesome.
Really cool.
Because then they have that. Then I don't act on their behalf, because that's kind of where I guess that whole projection thing comes in that I was talking about, which can definitely also be an issue. And then it's the self-righteous part that is like, that doesn't always have to come to the forefront so much.
Absolutely. I love that as well. And what I also just noticed is that there is no mechanic effect to that move. It's all just in the narrative, which is also cool. And then you chose as your division move, and this is where we need to do a little bit of world building now. You chose the party cursed weapon, and the party cursed weapon comes with 3 questions that we need to answer. The first one is, what kind of weapon is this, and what memories does it hold?
Yes. So what I have thought up so far is that it is very classically and boringly a sword. And it's the reason why I chose it is because it holds memories of vengeance. It holds memories of great retribution. Now the curse. Now I don't know. I'm just going to say what I've thought up, and if anything like doesn't work in the game or anything, then I suppose you will let me know.
Of course.
But I had this idea that the way that this partial curse manifests itself is that sometimes when I want to use this weapon, it makes me blind. I can't see. I can't see what I'm doing. It's because
blind justice.
Yes, I was inspired by the blindfold, obviously, but
Mhm.
I thought that could be a really inconvenient thing and a good curse, maybe.
Yeah, manifest by blinding the wielder. Mhm.
So
And what does the
yeah,
weapon long for?
the weapon longs to how do you say? For I guess for closure, like
Mhm.
to not need the aspect of revenge anymore.
Mhm.
It longs to I don't know, reach a point where there is no more vengeance to be done, which is
Mhm.
difficult to achieve, obviously, which is also why it just continually. It's kind of a little bit a manifestation of my own issues
Mhm.
in that way. That I
Yeah.
would not really find closure unless I reflect on why I can't let go.
Yeah. I when you say that, it makes me wonder how self-conscious or how conscious the weapon is, and how far they have thought through that, and to what conclusion they have come. Like if it this point of where no vengeance is to be done anymore, if that is just like this very abstract need, like a almost like an craving or an addiction, or if it's a more like philosophically thought out point, like if they want to see a world where there is no where everybody is equal and in peace and harmony, or if they envision a world without life.
Or just retirement.
And
Yeah,
yes,
yeah. If they just want to be destroyed.
so I think if we assign a certain level of consciousness to this weapon, to this item, um, yeah, there is definitely a desire for rest, um, paired with this idea that it's there is a responsibility to serve justice, and I think maybe it's so like what do you say? Like they will maybe I don't know. Should I guess I will just call it they. The sword will maybe eventually get some sort of idea that just doling out vengeance all the time is not going to get them to that point.
Hmm.
But currently, it's just like I need to do this. I must go down this path in order to be able to rest at some point. That's how I would.
Hmm. Yeah. So if it's is that okay? I framed it as a desire for rest paired with a sense of responsibility and a growing sense of self. Is that okay?
Yes, that sounds good.
Because you
Growing
had
sense
this,
of self. Yeah, that's really
yeah.
aptly put.
Okay, so we have answered the questions. Division has a collection of cursed artifacts. On a previous mission, your soul bonded with a partially cursed weapon. Partly isn't all that bad, right? When you take this move, answer at least one of the following questions. Well, we answered all of them. When you take this move, create one bond with the weapon. When you open your heart to the weapon, does the weapon have a name?
Oh, I didn't even think that I could name it.
Mhm.
Um, if it's okay, I will think about that, and I will
Absolutely.
maybe I can also just for now it can also just be part of the story that I eventually find a name. Maybe.
Then I'll just put in the sword under bonds, and you can name it
Yes.
whenever it gets a name. So, so you create one bond with the weapon. When you open your heart to the weapon and let it speak directly to you, choose. either describe how the weapon communicates what it desires from you, gain 1 bond. So you just have chat. Describe how you fulfilled a desire of the weapon, clear 1 condition.
Mm-hmm.
Or describe how the curse grows stronger, gain 2 to 4 darkness tokens. You can describe using the weapon in the field just as you would the power of darkness. There's always a risk that the weapon will become damaged or unusable until you return to division to have someone look at it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, cool. Let me just quickly...
A very versatile move as well.
Yeah. And you are just full of powers of darkness. Really curious to see how that plays out.
Me too.
Okay, so then we have an idea of what you can do and also like a very vague idea of who you are. And that is all we need for today. Oh, one more thing we need is that you need to choose a bond with Ridian. Obviously, we won't choose a bond with Virtus today because he's not here.
Mm-hmm.
But if you go up and look under bonds in
Yes.
H8 or H9, you can choose one of the two. One of them gives you 1 bond with Ridian, the other one gives you 2 bonds with Ridian. And the 2 bond one always kind of deals about love, deals with love, and the other one deals with like trust or promises.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the 2 characters you have a like kind of love relationship with, the other one is more a friendship, and it's your choice which is
I
which.
see.
And then you get to answer the question that shows up if you hover over player 1 or player 2.
Oh yeah, let's see. Oh damn.
So, and from that we can also see that
Wait.
the game assumes that you've known one another for a bit.
Yes. Okay, wait. So when it says you, that's the
other player.
yeah, that's the other player. Okay, just so we are clear about that. Okay, let's see.
And just to make it like let's say narratively convenient for all of us, let's assume that Alecto has spent the last I don't know how long in Manila, where the characters just arrived in the last session, and now you can kind of reconvene. And also the other thing is that Ridian has very, very few and very scattered memories of their past.
Okay.
So you can absolutely play into that as well. That maybe you remember Ridian, but Ridian does not remember you.
So the question is, how do I have a bond then?
That is true. That is true. But it could be a bond that you're not aware of presently.
Yeah, like
And
Oh no, actually it's fine because I can still have a bond with the character from when I have memories, right? So
yeah.
but the more important thing for your character can be from something I don't remember.
in 2 bonds with them.
And that is really your discussion to have. So I will shut up now.
And
Okay,
speaking of, I'm gonna.
So wait. So there's 2 different. So the one with the 2 bonds is the love one, and the one with 1 bond is the friendship one.
I mean, love can also be, not necessarily romantic love.
Yeah.
Just to like make it simple.
But yes, the
Okay.
love one's always the one with the 2.
You were there when I was still reeling from my betrayal. What oath did we swear to each other? Okay. Oh, and so it's just one like little backstory thing, and then the bonds are. How do they? Are they like?
They are right next.
Bonds? Or are they
Mechanically,
defined in a specific way as well.
So you have one bond with one character and two with the other. And
Yes.
mechanically, what they mean is that you can re-roll, not re-roll, sorry. You can add +1 or -1 for every bond you have to a roll that you're not happy with. And
Okay.
the price you pay for that is that you reveal a little bit of backstory or of your present emotional landscape connected with that player.
Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna go for the two bonds with Ridian, I think. Okay, let me see. You've betrayed my trust again and again. Why do we still love each other? And you don't remember what you've done? Is that
Not necessarily. I mean, if we have, well, so if I don't remember, then it would be from before I was in division, because I have memories from when I was in division where we worked together.
okay? So everything before that is like hazy or
Yeah.
dark.
So either you are deciding that we have known each other even before division and you remember shit about me that I don't, or I've somehow betrayed your trust again and again while we were working together.
And if I remember correctly, Ridian was found in the 50s, right?
Mm.
Yeah, it was after Nia had turned. And Nia had turned in
Yes.
the 40s, in the Second World War. Yeah.
In the 50s, yes.
Wait, sorry, what was?
Just historically, my character was found by division in the 1950s.
Oh, found in the 50s. Okay.
Found as in started. That's how long I have memories for, and anything before that I don't. But yeah, I mean, I could think of one betrayal that I could have.
Yeah, that's my next question would be like, so your character. Wait, I should have a look at your character actually, because I do remember some things, but obviously a lot of it has already been replaced. So you do manipulate people emotionally, right? That's like one of your big things.
Yes.
And
I manipulate, or also I just peer into your, I read your thoughts.
I'm
very intrusive.
Yeah, okay. And you can't really help that all the time, right?
Yes, I mean, I can help. I think I always sense the surface level thoughts and feelings, but I don't have to necessarily probe deeper. And the manipulation is usually like a choice. It's just
Okay. I mean, it's also honestly a very human thing to then also want to use that at times, I think.
Yes, and my thought was, well, this was my
Yes.
offer, is
Yes.
that maybe, well, since you are the betrayed, I think you probably it's very difficult for you to trust. And maybe I have somehow gained that and then, abused it not by, but I just not asking for consent before manipulating your feelings one way or another, and you may have caught onto it time and again, and like, I don't know, maybe I've like sworn that I would not do it again, and then somehow still done it because it's so tempting. And for some reason, you keep forgiving me, and we love each other still. But I don't know. I'm trying to think why. But
Well, maybe you also make up for it in some way, right? Maybe because, like I said, right? Obviously, like you said, it's a choice. But I also think that if someone had that power and they have at least human aspects, while maybe not being entirely human, I think it would be very difficult to not use that in some situations.
Mm-hmm.
Because people already do that, right? People already try to control a lot of things.
Yes.
In general. That's like very human. And I think controlling emotions and using telepathic powers, abusing telepathic powers, that line can be crossed very quickly. So maybe I'm also just very aware of how tempting that can be. But I also value you in other ways, and also value the fact that you continuously try to do better on that part.
And fail.
And
I have an idea. Sorry. I have an idea of why, like, because usually you are very vengeful, so I feel like it's probably also not easy that you forgive that easily, right? But
yes,
maybe
maybe it's also
part
an exercise in forgiveness.
part of what I find interesting is the fact that, well, as the betrayed, it means you hold on to your memories incredibly strongly, and I have fuck all memories. I mean, compared to, when we're thinking of monstrous beings that are very, very old.
Yes.
And maybe it's something that you find interesting or sort of charming or whatever, this sort of like maybe there's a naivete that maybe you don't have, and that makes you be more forgiving because I don't know. That's just my idea of why
That makes sense.
you would even not immediately seek vengeance.
Yeah. Yes, I agree. I like that. And also I think, maybe because we know each other, we've known each other for a while, and because we work together, I also kind of do use it to exercise my ability to forgive. Because while you may have betrayed me, I know you to a certain extent, which is, I don't know, I think that maybe there is some sort of balance that we are striking.
Ooh, maybe sometimes I've also helped you temper your lust for vengeance by manipulating with consent.
Oh my God, you're right.
Emotions.
Yeah, because that is actually a really good idea because, otherwise, who knows what havoc I would have wreaked. And since we seem to be doing we are sort of employed, I would say.
Yes.
Or in service of this organization. Yeah. And you have probably also saved my ass in many ways by doing that.
I imagine. Yeah, I imagine the vision to be a cross between the CIA and an orphanage.
Trucks. All right.
And then the other question. So I also have to ask you a question, and
yes.
This is a little bit silly because it seems so odd because I've asked this question of now this is the third person I'm asking it of. But here we go. No, it's not actually true. No, I've always had this question with Lady Baptiste. The other one is the one that I But yeah, I'm just gonna use it anyway. It also fits-ish. Because, well, I guess we don't really love each other because here's the thing about my character. My question to you is, you love me, but I don't understand love. Why won't you give up on me?
Oh, damn. That's interesting. So you don't understand the concept of love.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, what does that even entail?
It's not necessarily the concept. Maybe I don't understand love for me, my character.
Oh, you don't understand why others love you?
Mm-hmm. Because I have no memories of me. Like, I don't know who the fuck I am.
You have the ability to love?
Probably, yes.
Probably, okay.
Well, I mean, I feel now my character has found that ability in them and been promptly hurt very, very deeply
Yeah, you told me.
in this
yeah.
story. I mean, because I've
Yes,
immediately lost the person that I've
yes.
admitted love to.
Because she couldn't
Incredibly
deal with it.
cruel. Incredibly cruel. But also probably a good way to find out if that is actually, if those feelings are actually real, right? Because if it
Very real.
hurt.
But yeah, you have to tell me why won't you give up on me?
Okay. Let me think. Is there some way that I can tie this in with my main traits, so to speak?
You're very protective.
True. I think maybe the reason why I insist, so to speak, on still loving you is because I'm convinced that this is the only way that you will maybe get there at some point. Because if everyone just gives up on you because of this reason, right, then how are you ever supposed to learn or understand it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's like beautiful.
It.
So I'm just dog with a bone, or how do you say?
Yes, and you're nothing if not, dogged, surely.
So I'm just like, well, I'm hanging on to this, and I'm not giving up on this because I firmly believe that you can eventually see and learn.
Lovely. I like it.
That's really beautiful.
And then we have the darkness. The bond with the darkness.
Ah, yes.
Why are you tempted to give in to what the darkness demands? And to remind you that what the darkness demands of you is to free monsters from the chains of humanity and to ever shatter the laws of cosmic justice.
Yes.
So who you chose. Oh, so with that you also did a little bit of world building there, in that there are apparently laws of cosmic justice.
Yes.
That you rebel against.
Yes. Although that's thinking about how that would work is like, but I guess I don't have to lay down the laws of cosmic justice at this moment in time.
No, we don't have to define them right now. But for now, it is interesting that there are laws of cosmic justice in the first place.
Yes, I think that does make it interesting, not just because I am able to shatter them at some point, maybe, but also because it creates some sort of.
Yeah. So I sense a theme there that demands both of your. A theme that connects both of the darkness's demands is freedom and independence. Right? You are struggling against those laws of cosmic justice, and also those chains of humanity that the monsters are bound by.
Yes.
I mean, it fits because you're a vessel for vengeance. Maybe you want to, at some point, not be that anymore.
Yeah.
Be free to make your own choices rather than having this entity go, meh.
Yeah. But just I'm just a bit flashed right now by how cool that is, like that you can you can like lay that narrative or philosophical track, because I could also imagine a betrayed that seeks the justice of the grave, or or like the justice of the colonizer, so to speak, like where everybody is in chains, where everybody is subjugated to the same law. That would also be a possible interpretation of the betrayed
Also
playbook.
control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I really appreciate that you can also set it up like that, and then it's the revenge of the bound, of the oppressed.
Yes.
And also a sense of rebellion against these cosmic laws again, whatever they may be.
Yes.
So, coming back to the question, why are you tempted to give into what the darkness demands?
So, I think, so freeing the monsters from the chains of humanity. I think that my character thinks rather, that this desire for vengeance and this like feeling of being betrayed, they actually connect that to their human aspects. Because that is such an inherently human emotion or feeling. And they believe that not having this the cage of humanity, or the chains of humanity, I mean, constrain me and other monsters, will also free them from this like curse, I guess, that they have to carry around with them, that they just can't let go.
Yeah. So
and there's this hope that if I manage to do that, if I manage to do what the darkness demands of me, that maybe I will be free from this torturous existence.
So the darkness demands to free the monsters from the chains of humanity. So there is this relationship of bondage between humans and monsters that I see in there. Do you think if you give in to the darkness, that will also free the humans of those chains? Like, is this bondage a two-sided affair, or is it just one-sided?
Oh yeah, I haven't even really thought of the aspect that it could also just be humans enslaving monsters, actually, because I was like putting both of these things together.
I mean, it doesn't have to be literal slavery. It can just be like the binding of othering.
Yeah, because they are dominated.
Societal norms.
Yes.
Or human, what's it called? Supremacy.
Yes.
And this.
So wait, the question was if then I think that humanity might also be liberated if I. Yes.
Like there's this particular like feminist take of like feminism liberates everybody, not just women. I'm thinking along those lines.
Monsterism liberates humans as well.
I mean,
yeah.
It also, I think it tracks, because if you consider that, like you said, this othering, I mean, where does that come from? Is it because humans try to are in denial about the fact that they can be monstrous?
That is a very, very good question. I like that.
Because then I could say maybe yes, it will free them also in the way that they well, if they stop denying their own monstrosity, they will be able to reflect on it more and then also find a way to, well, on the one hand, maybe be less monstrous, but also on the other hand, monstrousness in this, at least in this world and in this aspect, I think can have positive and negative aspects, right? It can be very freeing to just drop all of the pretense and drop all of the laws and the rules that we have put upon ourselves and just live freely and completely disregard everything. And at the same time, there can also be a lot of violence and cruelty in that if you look at monsters as violent and cruel beings.
Yeah,
So
I think
maybe just redefining what a monster is in and of itself could also be an idea here.
Oh, that's great.
Let their freak flag fly.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, that is definitely a like a very prominent theme in this game. The main distinction really is not so much monster and human, because you're also monsters.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I think the thesis like that is underlying this entire game is this striving for moderation and for balance.
Mm-hmm.
And that it gets really bad when you totally turn your back on your monster side, because then you lose your power, and you can't help anybody if you don't have any power. But also if you turn your back on your human side, you become a harbinger, and you just live for whatever your impulses, whatever the darkness demands of you.
Yes.
And this idea of like combining both of them is like totally in keeping with the game, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the way I would take it as the darkness whispering to you, because the darkness is this part of you that just wants to let go and wants to really let loose, is probably a more like let's say a less liberatory take on it, where it's really just like you have so much potential, and
Mm-hmm.
you are a force for justice in the universe, really. And why should you be bound by mortal laws and by human norms? So I think this is where I incorporating the darkness will take it, and then your much more liberatory take, I think, is a perfect counterpoint to that. Like the conscious, philosophically sound counterpoint to this urge of just going, fuck y'all.
Mm-hmm.
I know what's right. And also, I think this thing of forever shatter the laws of cosmic justice fits perfectly, because it's the expression of the same idea, of the you know best what's right.
Yes.
Yeah, and at your most monstrous, you won't be chained by either human or cosmic laws.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that.
I also like the now that I'm thinking about it a little bit more actively with considering the laws of cosmic justice. I wonder how far I could take that. Like, what is cosmic justice?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what does that entail? Does that just entail moral
Mm-hmm.
laws, or I don't know how to frame it exactly, like, yeah, ethical
Yeah.
ideas, or does it also contain your entire place in society,
Mm-hmm.
and where you are your, I don't know, your station in life.
Like is what would be the laws that bind your human neighbor in the same way that they would bind I don't know, like Galactus and Lovecraftian cosmic monsters.
Yes.
Like when I think cosmic, I'm like in my conception as a non-religious person, when I think cosmic, I like, to me intuitively that is totally incompatible with the idea of justice. Like to me, it's just like cycles, processes. Stars are born, stars burn, stars die. Same with planets. Like to me, there is no justice in that.
Just law, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so from that thought, I find this idea of cosmic justice super interesting because I find it super unintuitive, and I would be really interested to see where we land on that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's really difficult to look at it from a non-spiritual point of view, because, well, the first thing that comes to my mind when I think cosmic justice is, karma and stuff like that. Which is also why I had to think of station in life, because there's this idea of earning your position in society through karma and through reincarnations. So that's how I made that connection. But yeah, it's you're right. It's if you take that aspect away, then it's just
like karma is a very particular brand of human justice, I would say.
I guess, yeah. I mean, we do associate it with this, like, aspect of the universe is doing something, or the universe, in the broadest sense, the universe is maybe doling out punishment, but really it is just projected.
But in fairness,
right? It's all projected, just like
in fairness, not that I am an expert on it.
Yes.
But we, as in Western cultures, broadly speaking, have flattened the concept of karma to the absolutely most ridiculously one-dimensional thing, which is absolutely not how karma is conceptualized, where it comes from. So, yeah.
That's also why I don't really like to use that word. But I thought it maybe was a good way to explain my association.
Yeah. So the only thing I can think of is really just a sense of balance, maybe.
A general idea of balance. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that like a certain sense of cyclicalness, if that word makes sense. What I said earlier: stars are born, stars burn, stars die, and that happens all the time and for forever. and then at the end the universe dies and new one is born maybe. So that would be my personal conception of that. And that if you like, because like if we also have the idea of cosmic justice, then I would wonder how would you go against cosmic justice? And going against cosmic justice would be stuff like, you know, going against that cyclicalness, like trying to live forever, necromancy, these kinds of things.
And ultimately chaos.
Yeah.
Well, or stasis.
Or stasis. Mm-hmm. And
Yes.
again, we're back at the topic of moderation.
Right.
Cool.
Set up.
Set up done.
Finish. 2 hours in. Well, no, not quite.
Yeah.
But,
Yes.
about 90 minutes in. And just for the millions of listeners of this recording, we of course, having a new player, talked about safety of Mike and recalibrated our safety features. That was not forgotten. We just did not record it. And while we were talking, I just had a different thought that maybe next time we can talk about that again, because in session 0 we talked. We decided that the monsters are quite out in the world, and that the world knows of the existence of monsters. And we also made a few different session 0 assumptions. And while we were talking, it occurred to me that of the 4 people who attended the session 0, only 2 are left. So I think it would make sense next time when Teased is back, hopefully, that we maybe have a little block where we talk about stuff like that.
Sounds good.
So that Teased and you, Nina, don't have to just inherit the world, so to speak.
Yeah. No, that's a good idea.
And with that, I would say we are at a good point for maybe a break until the hour, until 12. And then I don't know if it even makes sense to have a scene, maybe a short one, so you can get an idea of how the game works and can maybe play one move.
Yes.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
So because originally we played till 1.
Yeah.
And now I don't know if you've planned for shorter because of Teased or not. So that's why I was asking, because theoretically we still have an hour
That's true, but that's still like if we I usually like to plan half an hour for like the post liminaries. So that gives us half an hour, which is I think enough for like one scene really. Maybe the scene where Rydian and Alecto meet.
Yeah.
Okay. So break until 12 then.
Cool.
Okie doke.
See ya.
See you.
Doot.
He scratched his eye a little bit. Hi.
Hi. What are you reading?
Not reading anything. I was just looking at my phone,
Okay.
scrolling around.
It's just that focused look of somebody who's reading something.
Yeah, no, just scrolling nonsense.
Okay.
But yeah. Well, not really nonsense, but anyway, I went on a big, went on like a big itch.io rabbit hole the other day.
Oh yeah, good old
After
itch.io
getting
rabbit
all
holes.
Huh?
The good old itch.io rabbit holes.
Yes, after getting all of the recommendations for other GM-less games, it's just like, obviously I didn't just look at the recommendations, which were plentiful, but then just went.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, it's fun. I found a different game that I'm not gonna run or anything, but that we played the other day with Nina, because it's more
What
of
was it?
either solo or for two people, and it
Mhm.
was kind of very fun and madcap. Let's put it that way.
What was it?
It was called Dave Ex Machina, and it's like we came up with like a story where Dave. So basically, Dave is this random average dude who keeps getting summoned instead of some demon that is supposed to be summoned into other dimensions to like do some
Sounds
fucking
amazing.
task for the summoner. And yeah, Nina and I came up with like because we were just about to watch Back to the Future, we came up with, what was it? A hoverboard race on Tatooine that is being affected by the planet from Melancholia. Very ridiculous. Anyway, and we had a lot of fun describing all of the different other, race competitors and how they are being thwarted by, obviously, Dave's task was to win the race. And yeah.
That's fun. Where do I know the name Alfred Valley from? What did they do?
Sorry, what?
It's by somebody called Alfred Valley, and this name sounds familiar. And I wonder.
I mean, I didn't know this creator, but having looked through their stuff, they have made a shit ton of games. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's something that you've seen around wherever.
Yeah. I'm just going through their work, and nothing is familiar so far. Maybe it's just one of those names. But yeah, the game sounds a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Dave Ex Machina.
Yeah, and I was just like, since this one is available for free, I was like, let's try this one out. And yeah.
Very cool. So, House of Valley.
Hello.
Hey, welcome back.
Hey, sorry, I took longer with the coffee than I thought I would.
That's okay.
I'm ready.
Yes. Sorry, now I'm distracted by Alfred Valley.
Oh yeah, you were talking about the game?
Yeah.
That was fun.
And wondering if I have that one mothership module known frequencies, because also again the name sounds familiar, but I don't think I do. Anyway, so the first thing we do after we talked for 2 hours every no first thing we do in the session is that we select our impulse.
Yes.
Which is the thing that you kind of would like to do today, and it also gives me a little bit of a let's say a hint or a task of what I want to make possible for you. and it's in the top right corner. It's for the betrayed stars in L9.
Yes, I see.
And you have 5 options, and you just select one of them. And if you manage to do that by the end of all the many hours we're going to play today, you get an XP or a ruin.
Oh, I see.
And the difference between XP and ruin is just that they are different kinds of XP. Ruin is also XP, but that brings you more towards the harbinger and end of the game.
Yes.
Something that I have been leaning into very strongly.
I have a feeling that might be the case for me as well, but we'll see. Okay, maybe I should pick something that isn't too intricate for this.
That's probably a good idea.
You have an intimate or violent moment with the entity. Okay, maybe that's a little bit.
No, that's not what I meant to click. This one.
You break your own heart. Seek escape. Hurt the innocent. Not sure if I'm even going to be able to dole out much vengeance in this initial session, so maybe not that one. Did you choose love over pain? So I have a question. So the scene that we will be playing is me and Rydian meeting. But
meeting again, yeah.
Meeting again, right? We're not recounting our first encounter or something like that. So we're just like.
Yeah. So what I imagine is that that Alecto has been appointed as the field office, so to speak, in Manila. So the one thing that we have established in the session 0 was that Division is a quite decentralized organization. They have one headquarter where nobody knows where it is, and you have these kind of like doors from every field office that lead to that central office. But there's no other known way to get there other than through these broom closets. And then they have their field offices all over the world. Virtues was the agent stationed in Albuquerque, and Rydian and Lady Baptiste, as we started the game, and also Nia were the field agents in Barcelona. And you are the field agent in Manila for whatever reason.
Okay.
Like you're the one monster. Maybe there were others at some point. I don't know. But as it stands now, you are the monster tasked with guarding the monstrous and human population of Manila.
Okay.
And looking for like doors of power and possible ruin drift. Maybe we can have some establishing questions, and then that might steer us towards your impulse. But before we do that, Rydian, do you have an idea? Did you open your mind and heart to another monster? That makes perfect sense. That's a great choice. Yeah. So Manila in the past few years has had the Philippines as a depending on how you interpret the word colonial, post-colonial, or very much still colonial state, colonized state, has all these troubles that people tend to have under colonialism. Most notably, a huge spread between the rich and the poor, like trouble with the disenfranchisement and the and also displacement of indigenous populations, land theft, all these kinds of things that probably will have been on your radar as an agency, as an agent of cosmic justice.
Mhm.
At the same time, these are human structures, and it is hard to fight them without just like destroying everything. And one thing that you have been getting from your handler at Division is that you should refrain from doing that, because humans know and are aware of the existence of monsters, and Division, or at least as far as your handler is concerned, is not really afraid. It's not like a Vampire the Masquerade situation where Division is afraid of humanity destroying them,
Mhm.
but more afraid of rocking the boat too much, because that tends to cause more violence and more injustice, and that in turn causes more ruin drift, causes more monsters to turn harbinger.
Mhm.
So you've been in this kind of impossible situation of, but also maybe very possible situation of like being tasked to be an even-handed arbiter of justice rather than an angel of vengeance, because there's enough,
Great.
there's enough reason for being an angel of vengeance in the city.
Sounds cool.
And in the past few years, on top of all of that trouble, Manila has also been rocked by several hurricanes, and with that floods and earthquakes.
Oh my goodness.
So there's, and the people take it in stride. It's not like, I mean, I was about to say it's not like they're suffering. Of course they're suffering, but they make the best of it. Manila as a city has a strong sense of a vibrant sense of culture. Karaoke being like the main sport. Food culture is also amazing. And even though in the people in the impoverished parts of the city are very poor, they keep their chin up and they keep existing. One thing that I have been maybe following up on lately, and again, your handler was like, maybe not rock the boat too much, was Instavits. Instavits is a global mega corporation that started out as a chain of video stores that then were the first when it came to streaming services, and from there they became a media juggernaut that then branched out into other non-media spheres, as such as real estate. The last bit, the real estate, has become kind of virulent in this city, because they've been buying up city-owned properties
Lovely.
where the city has built like workers' quarters in the 50s, 60s, and those quarters became, over time, because they weren't maintained very well, or they were maintained as well as they could have by the occupants, but not by the city. They became a haven for the outsiders, for the marginalized. And there's one particular block north of the river where a sizable population of Manananggal have been living for decades. And Manananggal are a indigenous type of monster who, they're the most obviously monstrous, as in non-human, features that they can separate their top from their bottom half. And they have they are renowned to eat children and pregnant women. That is like the folklore about them.
Oh.
But having met them, that is not true. Like they eat like everybody else as well.
Okay, so it's just mistaken.
Yeah, it's just
like prejudice, basically.
Prejudice, yeah, prejudice. And in this one particular house that I'm thinking of, the apartments, there is a field office of another organization that is the I always forget their name. I apologize. But it should be in our notes because Sina's making notes.
Sister Teresa?
Yeah, the Church of the Broken Crucifix.
Ah.
And the Church of the Broken. What?
I will send you the link.
Yeah,
okay.
and the Church of the Broken Crucifix is a organization that is adjacent to the Catholic Church, and has been basically doing what you and the division have been doing as well in the city, taking care for the monsters population, and particularly for the marginalized monsters, because not all monsters are marginalized, but the Manananggal for sure are.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And that is the background. And one day, and that is a bit before the rest of the crew comes in, Sister Teresa, the head of the Church of the Broken Crucifix, gets in contact with you, and I would assume she just calls you on a landline phone. Where do you live, and what does the field office in Manila look like? What do you think?
Oh dear. I really should have looked a little bit more into the actual makeup of. I'm just going to riff.
Yeah, sure.
And any inconsistencies. I mean, we do it is fantasy, so
yeah.
I can get away with.
Also, I don't need an address. Just like the general vibe. Like, is it a lofty penthouse over the city, or is it like a little one-bedroom apartment that is flooded most of the time because it's on the ground floor, or something in between?
I wonder if I can just exist. So my living quarters, let's say, are inside a little boat.
Oh, cool.
That's on a canal.
Yeah, absolutely. There's this big river that goes through the city. Mm-hmm.
And it's not a houseboat. Like, it's not like something like luxurious. It's just like a little. I don't know if you've seen those little boats in the Netherlands in the canals. They sometimes have these almost like little restaurant boats or like little shops inside of boats. And they are kind of like little apartments, but within a boat, within the constraints. So it's not super big, but it's relatively modest. And that's kind of what I'm envisioning. And yeah, it's just anchored at the side of the canal in maybe a not so busy neighborhood. And it's just a tiny little place that I've carved out for myself.
Yeah, I love it.
Yes. I don't know. Should I go into the interior, or is this like enough? Or
if you'd like to, you don't have to.
Okay. No, because I do like to paint a picture, but sometimes I also go into too much detail, and then I don't know. It's like
Oh no, that's fine. The more you describe, the less I have to describe.
Okay. Well, so it's very cozy. It has a lot of plants. It has windows all the way around that are curtained so that I can have some privacy when I need to. And it's comfortable. It's nice. It suits me really, really well. And the headquarters of the division are not too far from where I am. And did I remember this correctly? The only way to enter them is through a broom closet.
The broom closet is the way from the field office. Like every city has a field office. Maybe not every city, but
the field office, the headquarters.
Field office all over the world. And then inside the field office, there's usually like one unassuming door from which you can get through the the mysterious central.
HQ. Okay. So the field office, I don't know why I said headquarters, sorry. So the field office in Manila is not like super hidden, or is it still somewhat inconspicuous?
That is your decision. Monsters the monsters are out. People know that monsters exist. I'm not clear on how public Division as an organization is. We have simply have not established that yet. So
okay, we're not like a complete clandestine, right? Because plenty of
like government. We have established that government agencies work with a division. That other big organizations like Instavits also have a working relationship with division, so they're not like a secret organization.
Okay.
I don't know if they and when I say I don't know, I literally just don't know because we haven't established it. If they have like like a big like that gross Scientology thing in Berlin, like where we have a big division sign on the door. I don't know if they do that.
We have one of those in Stuttgart too, and my God, I can't believe that this is like that they just okayed that to be a thing in our city. So I know exactly what you mean. Okay, well then I think it's not actually like very much in your face, because it's still, we are still operating on a certain level of like, I don't know. Like we don't really want to broadcast to every single person out there that this is like where shit goes down. So I would say there's like a little front, and I just enter through that little front freely, and it comes in the form of a little snack bar.
Oh, nice.
And it serves all kinds of nice street food snacks. of which I can now not think of any because I'm not very savvy when it comes to the what you can find in Manila, but I don't think I need to add that much detail. So it's a little snack
you don't.
bar, and it has like a little neon sign that just says snack bar.
Uh-huh.
And it has this like typical greasy smell when you enter, and then I just basically I go in and I go through the back door into the kitchen, and then in the kitchen is an entrance that leads into the main building of the branch of the field office. And
Very cool.
the field office itself is I imagine to be kind of the opposite of what an office usually is. Because, it's not really meant to be, I think, this like typical cubicle situation. So what I'm imagining there is more like this like big open room that has a bunch of little corners and seating arrangements of varying sizes and shapes, and at the center of the room is the I don't know, like the head desk. So yes.
Very cool.
Sorry,
Okay.
I'm just imagining the round table that is in Parks and Recreation with what's his face? The guy who's like just available for everyone all the time and hates it. Sorry.
Ron Swanson.
Yes.
And
yeah. But that's not what I'm. That's exactly not what I was trying to. So okay, to specify the head desk is also just it's like a couch with a couch table, and
cool.
whoever is manning that is just like lounging there.
Very good. So, sorry, I just not entirely clear yet how we go about it.
I mean, I can make an offer.
Yeah, please.
So let's just say after we've, last session we went to the actual building where the Manananggal live, and maybe, we've just decided, or well, I have decided, oh yeah, I like that idea. So Virtuous has like stayed back to maybe have his little one-on-one talk with Sister Teresa, and I have decided that I should probably like check in with the field office and have a meeting with Alecto, whom we have established have a backstory with, and also because I was slightly annoyed over there.
Are you aware? Yeah, that's great. Are you aware of your backstory with them?
Yeah, I think the backstory we've established was about what happened when we were both at Division.
Okay. Is Ridian aware that Alecto is the field agent for Manila?
I would assume we've been told that just because we were sent over here. Maybe the office has, I don't know, maybe the office has recently had some losses, so that's why they needed outside agents to come in to help.
It also just a matter of courtesy to check in with the local field office. Yeah, I love that. Why didn't I have that idea? That's so simple but so great.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And so maybe that's what we do, and maybe we first grab a bite to eat in the front, and then
So I imagine you you sit there in your office, and the door opens, and somebody you haven't seen in a while comes in. It's Ridian carrying like maybe a plastic bag that smells of food, and it smells of what's it called? Shumai. Shumai is like dumplings, beef dumplings, like an intense smell of lime, of like cooked pork, dumpling, and this sweet sauce that is served with, that fills the office.
I brought Sister Teresa's whiskey with me.
Okay, what does William look like today?
Sorry, what did you say?
I said I took Sister Teresa's whiskey with me. We have established last time that I just took it with me.
Oh yeah,
there's whiskey apparently. Okay.
Yes, they have whiskey. What do they look like today? I think they're wearing sort of very flowy wide wraparound pants. You know, the ones that like aren't closed on the sides, that just wrap over themselves, and like a loose-fitting sleeveless top. I think, the colors are sort of like earthy today. And their hair is back to their, I guess, 80s sort of. Well, no, it's the side shave, but this time there's no mullet happening because it's too hot in Manila. Like, you know, we need air around the head.
And what does Electo look like today?
Oh, wait, it's rain season. But anyway, maybe I just have a little umbrella.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So I
just love this image and the smells that I imagine as they're coming in, the warm air coming in with them, the warm rainy air, and then you have the smell of the food, of the rain, and of that thick tropical air. Amazing. Sorry.
Very cozy, and also it makes me very hungry. I'm just realizing I haven't eaten anything. Oh, dumplings, lovely. Okay. So I think when I'm in the office, I don't wear my cloak, my mysterious cloak, because I don't know, it seems like at some point I can also just take it off. It's more of a thing that I put around myself when I exit into the world and expose myself to all kinds of people and situations and threats. And at this point, I'm comfortable enough to not use that as some sort of security blanket, because that's kind of what I think of it.
Yeah.
Being a little bit in some situations. And what I'm wearing, it's kind of a tech wear look. All black. Boots. Pants with lots of pockets on them. And a hoodie that's also black, and that has like lots of what do you say? Like a bunch of D-rings on the side for clipping things on, like very practical, technical clothing.
Yeah. I love it.
And I too have short hair, but I think mine is just like cropped to about 3 millimeters all over. Also very practical. And let's see what else. I'm sitting. I'm lounging in an armchair, and I'm having a coffee, and I'm reading the papers as Meridian enters.
Yeah, as Ridian enters, a little bell rings, and with the sense of, or with the smell of the rain and the smell of the food, there's something else coming in. And what's coming in is a sense of regret, and guilt that is just pouring off Ridian, who you haven't seen, I think, in a while.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
And I think Ridian just comes in and looks around, taking in the surroundings that are so very different from the last field office that we've been to, and gives sort of an approving nod. And then lays eyes on Electro. I wonder what I can sense from Electro in terms of feelings. Surface feelings.
Is that for me too?
Yes,
Darren?
yes. I'm not going to prescribe your feelings.
Okay. So what can you sense from me? So I do want to establish, and that, like, I don't know if that is my place to do, but I think maybe it's possible that because I know Ridian already, I have this ability to sometimes be reserved to the point that I can hide my emotions from them a little bit because I'm apprehensive about it because of the experiences that I've had. Is that something that I could do?
Yes, I think it's just like, if there's like stronger or like surface thoughts or feelings, then I feel like maybe like you can't completely hide them, but like
Okay.
sure you can probably you are obviously free to, not necessarily reveal your all, because
Okay.
it's usually like strong feelings and surface thoughts or something.
Okay. Well, then I would say that you feel a mix of things coming from me. You sense a mix of things coming from me. And on one hand, that is sort of not an unpleasant feeling of surprise, because I had forgotten that you were going to come today, and I am happy to see you. And the other thing that you're sensing is anger, because I've been reading the paper as I was sitting there, and I have been reading about how, what were they called again?
Manananggal.
Instavids have been increasingly, how do you say?
Gentrifying the city, buying up property.
Gentrifying the city, and
okay,
the suffering that has created, and that, well, I mean, it's not necessarily that I'm reading an article that emphasizes that, but I can understand from what I'm reading that this is becoming a bigger and bigger problem, and it enrages me, and you can sense that.
Okay. Yeah, so I come in and I go like, "Oh, Electro, oh, it's so nice to see you. It's been ages. Look, I brought a snack. I mean, what a fantastic front you've got here. Looks amazing." And as I notice the anger emanating from you, I'll probably, swing the whiskey bottle forward. Oh, it seems like you might need a drink of this by yourself. Yeah.
Right. Lovely. Yes. Let's see. How do I let me center myself? I put
Sure.
put the paper down, and I look up and I go, oh, I'd almost forgotten that you were supposed to come today. But I'm really happy to see you again. Also, thank goodness you brought something to drink, because I really do need a shot right now. It's been really hard to learn about all the developments in here, and to have to restrain myself so much in not interfering with it.
And this voice in the back of your mind is just going like, why do they feel so guilty? They were so carefree when you last met. What's wrong there? What did they do?
Yes. I don't know. I think as I am thinking this, I also decide to maybe wait until we've had a few drinks to inquire as to where that feeling might be coming from.
Right. Yeah, I'll probably just ask, do you have a glass? Do you have some glasses? And
oh, you can just pour some in my coffee. Actually, I just make it Irish, you know. And I do have a couple of glasses over there in the desk drawer if you want one. And there's some ice in the mini fridge if you want your whiskey on the rocks.
Cool. I will pour a big glug of whiskey into your coffee cup, and probably forgo glasses for myself and just have a sip out of the bottle.
All right. Do we cheers?
Sure. Cheers to numbing the pain and sip. Yes.
Yes.
I'm already a bit tipsy, by the way.
So let me just remind you, Nina, that and that's of course what I'm setting up here. If you want to, so we have two things we can do here. One is that you have the I am vengeance move if you want to pry, but of course, obviously, always ask for consent if it deals with other player characters. But that would be a possible option. Or we could also, because it's already 43 and we need to get to the finish line, we could also just do a reveal your heart move. That is on the basic move tab, where it's just the two of you having a talk and pour out your hearts to one another.
I do kind of want to inquire. If I may.
Sure. The only thing is, I guess, describing what you find there is a bit weird because I'm not an NPC.
Yeah, I think in that case you could describe what you feel guilty about.
Yes.
And the inquiry, just to also put that out, the inquiry could also go through the reveal your heart move. The question is just, how invasive do you want to be? Like how much do you want to focus on prying out the guilt, or maybe just having a talk with an old friend?
Maybe I should go easy for now, because well, I mean, this whole relationship has been built on me kind of trying to not overreact and not be too harsh. So I think it would be in keeping with the whole vibe that we have.
Then let's read the reveal your heart move together. Yes. When you reveal your heart and try to sincerely connect to someone, spend darkness tokens and roll. You don't have any darkness tokens yet, although if you feel like you did anything to earn any, you can just grab them. If you feel particularly judgmental or guilty right now, or ask Radiant to trust you, for example, And if that is not the case, you just roll 2d6, and then we go from there.
Okay. Let me just look at my sheet. Oh, also, what do we do about the impulse?
Mm-hmm.
You can just play toward that in your role play, that's all.
Yeah.
Yes, but I haven't chosen.
Oh, you haven't chosen one.
Yes, and I think the point was it's kind of, otherwise it would be cheating, right?
Well, I
no
would say your easiest one is, did you choose love over pain?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In this
I also had that in mind, so maybe I'll just check that one.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Also very fitting to this moment would be, did you seek escape and reprieve through intimacy and connection? Like talking to Rydian to get your mind off the situation that you've just been reading about?
True, maybe even a little more specific to this.
Or if you want to go all in with being a demon of revenge, you could also, did you break your own heart in order to deliver the retribution, which could have been a good path if you wanted to do the I am vengeance thing, like sensing what they feel guilty about and punishing them for it, even though it breaks your heart to do that. All of that would have been possible.
I would hate to do that in like the first 5 minutes that we are meeting again. I think
absolutely.
I would just,
absolutely.
Hey, I brought food.
Like, yeah, exactly.
I'm just saying,
I feel
I'm just
like
saying it's possible.
Yes, because I feel like that would just set up this very specific tone from the beginning. When clearly Rydian is like, whether they feel guilty for something that they did to me or not, they are it looks very much like a diplomatic move to come there with food and booze and
yeah,
be
in
like,
the end, it's your choice.
Let's start this off on a good on a positive note. So I think I'm going to yes, I'm going to go, did you choose love over pain? And then I'm going to do the reveal your heart move. Let's see. Okay, wait, and now I need to spend darkness tokens.
If you have any.
I mean, listen, I can also do it, right? This is a move we can do together, but also you could ask me, what the hell this numbing your pain thing is about, and then you're already getting darkness tokens, I think, because you've asked someone to trust you.
I think the question is who wants to reveal their heart here? Does Alecto want to tell Rydian about what's bothering them and what's been going on in the city, or does Rydian want to reveal their burden to Alecto? And that determines who does the move. On a more meta level, of course, for Alecto to do it would allow Nina to just kick the tires a bit. Yeah.
Yeah. But for you to do it, it would just allow you to play a move to get a
just to have the experience. But
experience.
The question is, do we want to center the narrative or do we want to center the meta game? Both is okay.
And you do not need to spend darkness tokens. You can also roll flat.
Just 2d6. 2d6.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this basically every move where you roll says spend darkness tokens and roll, and that is always meant as you spend them if you have them, and spend however many you want.
All right.
Up to 3.
Okay, let's see. Well, I think I do want to find out what's been bothering you. So I roll.
Yeah.
Well, you can also ask me to open my heart, as I said, and then you get darkness token.
So if I just go by the way the moves are written, I think this prying and trying to find out what's been bothering Rydian would be more in the realm of I am vengeance, and reveal your
Okay.
heart is more you revealing your heart
Okay.
to them, which also
I
is
see.
something that Rydian could do.
I see. Um,
Question is who reveals their heart here.
mm, let's see. Well, Rydian, would you maybe want to reveal your
Yeah.
heart?
Yes, like I said, but then you should probably ask me something in response to my entrance, right?
I mean,
Yes.
seeing that we're already close to the finish line, it could just be something like, "Hey, what's bothering you?" I can sense
Yes.
Yeah.
something.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, then I will do that.
Yeah.
So
So
we clink
what happens?
glasses.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
We clink glasses, and I look at Rydian with a bit of a puzzled expression, and I'm like, is there something going on? Is there something bothering you?
Yeah, I mean, lots. I don't even know where to start. Well, it's been a while since we've seen each other last, but I think I'm not myself right now. I'm having a hard time focusing on work. And as you know what, it's not that easy to say these things. So I think as I say that, I telepathically send you images of the last few weeks or months or however long it's been, showing you how I've grown closer to Lady Baptiste, and how, in the last, I don't know how many weeks it's been, but just showing you this sort of a pivotal moment of Lady Baptiste and me having a very intimate moment where she, confesses her love, and I, for the first time, have being able to reciprocate it, and having an incredibly intimate moment together, and then her completely losing control and turning into a harbinger, and as soon as I had it, I lost it again, right? And maybe you can also sense then the feeling of guilt that I feel, that I may have been the one who caused her escalation, and this is still weighing on my mind, and but I don't really speak about it. I'm just sending you all of these images and feelings. Yeah.
Yeah, and this would be a great moment to roll.
Mm-hmm. It
So
is.
what Rydian does now is to spend, however, up to 3 darkness tokens. There is a limit. And then roll 2d6 and add the darkness tokens to the 2d6.
Yeah, and I think before I do this, I will gain some darkness tokens, because I think I was embodying the condition guilty.
Yeah, very good. Mm-hmm.
So this is how to farm them, and
And that's totally fine. It's not cheating.
No, I was just trying to
Mm-hmm.
exemplify it.
I understand that,
And
and I was just trying to drive home that there's nothing wrong about that.
I'm going to spend 2.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm rolling 2d6 plus 2. And I'm rolling, and it is a 10.
Okay, so that's the best possible effect. On an 8 to 10, your heart reaches theirs. Choose one. If they are a PC and they choose to deepen the connection further, they choose one too. Okay, so first Rydian gets to choose between those 4 options. And also, do you have any other moves that interfere with that?
I mean, I have the humanity was a dream, which is when you would reveal your heart, you do
Oh,
instead this. But I don't think,
no,
well,
that
unless, no, I didn't really do that. So we're
yeah.
gonna go with the as written, the basic
Uh-huh.
move. So I choose 1.
You grow closer, gain 1 bond on them. It's your choice. Oh no, you choose 1 and not you choose the first. Okay, my mistake.
What? Yes, I choose 1, but I feel like maybe I'm gonna choose after you have responded narratively, so it makes sense to watch to the
Okay.
story level.
And now mechanically, Alecto also can choose. You don't have to, but you can choose to deepen the connection further, and then you can choose one of those options too, as well.
From the basic, from the reveal your heart.
Yeah, the 4 options are: you grow closer, gain 1 bond on them. They soothe your heart, clear 1 condition. They taught you something important, mark 1 XP, or they gave you hope, clear 1 mark of ruin.
Okay, and is this my reaction to Ridian, or is it?
So the first thing that's happening is that Ridian is revealing their heart, telling you what's bothering them, and then based on how they tell it and what the player wants, they choose one of those 4 versions. Either that you grow closer, you soothe their heart, you teach them something important, or they give you hope. You give them hope, I mean, and after that you can take it further and also go for one of those 4 options.
Yeah,
Okay,
if you
so
make the
first,
choice to, yeah.
So
I think
first,
narratively, how would you respond to me is the first question.
yeah. So first, I just respond to you sending me all these images and.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Well, Ridian, thank you for sharing all of that with me. I can imagine that it's very difficult for you to talk about it. And I understand your regret. However, I do think that you are being too hard on yourself.
They take another big swig of whiskey. And they go like, you think? Because I'm the one who's supposed to know all about feelings, and apparently I didn't see that this could happen, you know?
Yeah, but I think you, how do I say? Well, first of all, you were not alone in that situation. There was another person with you, and you do not have total control over however much you would maybe like to sometimes, how people will react to what you do and what you say. And I think, now I don't know exactly what happened to Lady Baptiste and what brought her eventually to turn into a harbinger of the apocalypse, but I think there is more to it than just you making that connection and opening yourself up. And I think that was really important for you to do. So you shouldn't feel guilty for that.
So Ridian will just sort of stare out of the window and sigh a little bit. And you're like, well, thank you. That was really good to hear. And mechanically, I'm going to say that, well, I can't clear the guilty condition because that is my permanent one, but I think actually another one would work very well, which is unreachable, because I have, reached out myself and was also not rebuked for that. They soothe your heart, and I clear one condition, which is unreachable.
Nice. Okay, and now Alecto can again also choose to deepen the connection further.
And then you can choose 1, 2.
Okay, so now I roll.
No, you don't have to roll. Oh. This is a response to my roll already. So you can just narratively choose that you will, that you are willing to deepen the connection, and for that you get to choose one of these 4 options as well.
One of these 4 that are within the frame.
That's part of the move. It says, and they choose to deepen the connection further. They choose 1, 2.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yes, I do choose to deepen the connection further. And I don't know, I would almost say I guess this is not really useful because I don't have ruin points.
No.
Yet. But I do think maybe they taught me something important.
What did they teach you?
Because as I said before, part of the reason why I forgive them over and over again for the betrayals is because I believe that they do have the ability to love, and they do deserve to be encouraged in that. And what I have learned from what you have just shown me is that you, in fact, that I was right, that you do have this ability.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe, and that choosing forgiveness over vengeance can actually lead to something.
Help. Yeah. Yes.
Cool, then you get XP.
Nice.
All right.
Yes, you can mark an XP in your track in here. What is it? S9.
Yes.
And that is how you play a move. It's already 5 past, so let's wrap up.
Oh God, yes.
Time has passed so fast.
Yes.
Crazy.
So let's go over the impulses and XP questions. Alecto, did you choose love over pain?
I think I did, because I didn't let my previous issues
determine how you reacted.
Yeah, cloud my reaction or influence my reaction. Right?
Very good. Then you can choose either an XP or 1 ruin.
Wait, what would be the so if I pick 1 ruin, that just moves me closer to the harbinger.
Yeah, yes. So the thing about ruin is if you want to frame it like that, and I have a sense my players don't want to frame it like that, is the bad ending that moves you towards the harbinger, and you get a certain kind of moves from or advances from your ruin. Those that are down there in the ruin advances.
Oh right.
There are the ruin moves, and ruin moves have the interesting thing that usually you don't roll on them, but you just mark more ruin. So the more ruin you have, the quicker you get more ruin. Because
Yeah.
you get the moves,
It's
and
a
then you
vicious
get
cycle.
yeah. And at the end of all that, when there's no more advance you can take, there is retire your character and become a harbinger of the apocalypse.
Okay.
But if you want
Um,
any idea, like I like to go via, I mean, I tend to go via what the narrative, what narratively makes sense. So
Yeah.
is what I did here, was my impulse a like ruinous one and when I followed it, or was it a more like, positive growth sort of one? And then I choose that way.
that's a
Unless I'm like
way.
one mark away from an advance, and then I'm like, I'll just mark the one that I want to advance now.
I mean, when you say that, I do wonder, is maybe choosing love over pain what's going to eventually ruin me, So this might actually be a ruinous move.
True.
Yeah, well,
Because I am,
True.
after all, the betrayed.
yeah,
So
True.
I
yeah.
think
So
I
Mhm.
will actually pick a ruin.
Yeah, absolutely.
A ruin in this case. With that justification.
Mhm.
I gotta quickly have a 2-3 minute break, and then I'll be back, and then we finish this up.
Cool.
Are
I
you
can just
staying?
Yes, I can just direct you down to the next end of session question, which is in line 25,
Yes.
in the same area where your impulse was.
25.
And then you
Oh
can
yeah,
already
here.
think, because these are the other XP questions.
To express your monstrous nature, I would. Oh,
And
no,
or humanity.
I did express my humanity. Did you learn something significant about yourself and or your impending ruin? I mean, I kind of just said it, but maybe that's also just. Maybe I wouldn't want to set that in stone.
Yes, but it's up to you. You can,
Learn something
whether you want to claim that or not.
I mean, I think the truest one in this case would just be, did you learn something significant about a fellow monster? Because this is definitely a very significant piece
Yeah.
of information about you, this whole thing with Lady Baptiste. So
Or you can you can mark all of them theoretically. This is like a shit ton of XP you can have if you
I can mark
say yes to
multiple.
all of them. Yeah. These are not choices. These are like just end of session questions. Did this happen during the session? And if so,
Okay, well then I would say the first one is correct. I will just mark them already.
Mhm.
I think. Wait, no, maybe not the second one, but the third one for sure.
Mhm.
And then, did you uncover at least one key of the apocalypse or attempt to unlock Doom's door? If this is no. So for that I have
Yeah.
to mark another ruin.
Yeah, we'll just wait for Dominic maybe about
Yes.
that one. But like if you if you want to farm ruin, you definitely can. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it is logical to do that because we haven't really done anything in that regard,
Yes.
right? So, but then also
You've
So
been,
Dominic,
going over the questions very good. Thanks
yes, I was
for
just
joining, for taking over, Sina. Thank you.
well, I just thought because I know that Nina will probably want to think about it a little bit, so I thought, I'll just direct you to the questions.
Absolutely.
we can wrap it up.
Thank you for that. No,
So
that's all good. My partner has just left the office, so now I have time. I don't need to wrap it up if you don't. But yeah, sorry. What I'm saying is we don't need to rush.
right.
Yeah.
So
So we were at. Did you uncover at least one key? No, you didn't. Sadly.
no.
Yes.
And I will say, I will keep it like you. So usually this is we've had that a few times where we had sessions where all we did was fight the big bad, and where the mystery is basically over and there are no further keys to be grasped. And in these cases, I usually said that I leave it to you whether or not you want to grab that ruin, because you don't really have a chance to do it anyway. So if you want to expedite your descent, then you're welcome to, but I won't force you. And here, since we spent most of the time just doing character creation stuff and only had that one scene, and you didn't really. I mean, I guess you could have just chosen to grasp keys, blah blah, but not really, and it wouldn't have been an informed choice anyway, since it's your first time playing this.
Yeah.
I'll leave it to you if you want to grab the rune or not. If you don't, that's totally fine. From my perspective, you didn't really have a chance to do it, like not a real chance anyway.
No, I agree.
Not like we were shilly-shallying around, as we say.
I agree with you, because I just thought, well, it's not like there was like a chance for this to happen, and I disregarded that chance maybe. So I think I'm just going to leave it alone for now.
Yeah. So if I'm being really strict with how the game is designed, the chance was absolutely there. Like, you can grasp keys at any point, but you probably didn't know that. So
Yeah,
in real terms, it wasn't there, right? Even though technically it was. So that's why I leave it to you. Mm-hmm.
Okay. No, then I'm choosing not to mark a ruin for now.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And then let's go over to Ridian.
Yes. Oh, Nina, just to so since you said yes to those two, you can then mark 2 more XP on the XP track, and then unmark the question again underneath.
Yes.
Just as a reminder. All right.
And also unmark the impulse, right? Because that's also been finished.
Yeah, we're choosing that again next week.
Okay.
So did I open my mind or heart to another monster? Yes.
Absolutely.
And I don't even know which one to mark for that. I'm gonna go with Ruin because I'm a little Ruin monster.
Ruin gremlin. Speaking of Ruin monsters, I just occurred to me that we haven't seen your little monster in a while.
My puppet.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. There was a moment where I wanted to invoke it, but then I think somebody else did something to resolve the scene, so it was not necessary.
At some point, you just have too many moves.
Yeah. I also took a new move last time, and we haven't seen it yet.
Oh, what was it?
Reshaped by Despair. It's very funny because a lot of these are like moves that Shane took, but it seemed like several times during the game we were like forever interested in the same moves. Because there was another time when I took a move that they had wanted.
Yeah, and as I always say, don't worry about that. The same move played by different characters will look vastly different.
Yeah. So yeah, and also now Shane's character is no longer there. So yeah, this was a normal XP advance, as in, move from a different playbook.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so that's a yes to the first quest, to my impulse, and then the rest of it. Did you express your monstrous nature and or express your humanity? I would say yes, with being quite vulnerable toward Electro.
Mm-hmm.
Did you learn something significant about yourself and or your impending ruin? I don't know. This one's always the most difficult one somehow. No, I don't think so.
No?
No.
Okay.
Everything I've expressed here, I've already thought about and expressed the last time around when I was rehashing my whole obsession, so no.
Okay.
Did you learn something?
How about learning that you can let go and forgive yourself? If that is an option.
I mean, if you want to argue for me getting more XP, I'm not saying no to that.
I'm not arguing anything. Just pointing things out. Your decision.
Sure, why not? Did you learn something significant about a fellow monster? I would say yes, because especially, so I mean, while I know that Electro has in the past forgiven me, I haven't. This was always about trespasses against them, not about other people. And it's still really big coming from them, given that they are the vengeful one. So that they have that capacity to be, I guess, soft
Mm-hmm.
When they learn about somebody's guilt. I think that is significant.
Cool. And how about the last ruin? You take it or not?
I'm totally taking that one because I definitely knew I could do this. And what have I been doing? Getting drunk and leaving the place where we were about to, where we could have done the investigation.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, goodness me! That means I'm maxing that I'm finishing both tracks.
Wow.
Amazing. Oh no, more decisions to make until next week. Right. There we go. That's it.
Yeah, I'm just like looking at your advanced tracks. It's not that much open anymore. New ruin condition.
Plenty.
Permanently marked conditions. New ruin move. So there's one more ruin move to take, and then you're maxed out on ruin moves.
Yeah.
And there are 2 more moves on the XP advance to take.
I know.
And a new way to gain darkness tokens. Okay, so we're nearing the end of the playbook, I guess.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the end of Ridian, but the end of Ridian as the Found. Okay, so let me see you out with, before we go to Stars and Wishes, of course, let me see you out with a cliffhanger, since we now had
I love them.
2 days, 2 sessions of digging around. I will now tick the first doomsday clock.
Sure.
And so for you, Nina, doomsday clocks are a mechanic for me as the GM to like keep you on your toes a bit, to remind you that time is ticking.
Mm-hmm.
It's also a resource for me when you like roll bad and it is like the keeper will tell you what happens next. Then I have no idea. I can just tick a doomsday clock because they do have prompts for me, and that's always like the story in the background is going further in some way. So and what's happening here? It's a moment. A moment is basically a scene that is for the viewers at home that the characters are not privy to. And so the camera closes out the scene in the field office, and the credits roll, and then after the credits have rolled, we see a after credits stinger, and the stinger is a perfectly styled woman of Asian American descent with a very strict haircut and a very strict suit. Stepping out of a helicopter that is landing on top of a skyscraper tower that is surrounded by the cityscape of Manila, and she stepping out is welcomed by some older man in a suit, and we have a cut, and we see the 2 of them entering what looks like a laboratory. And then a cross cut, and we see what she is looking at with a facial expression that only changes the slightest bit. The only thing we see in this close-up of her eyes is that they, for a second, shine with a metallic artificial blue, and then go back to their normal dark color. And then cross-cut, and we see it displayed in on a scaffolding or maybe no on a like metal board against the wall is a set of wings larger than life, stretching across several feet. And she says, goes closer, takes the harness that is that the wings are attached to, and puts it on her back, and it just envelops her. And then there's this moment as the wings like shoot out, and as she is hugged by the wings, we see that there are stitches on them. So, which tells us that these giant bat wings that she just put on are assembled from many smaller wings stitched together.
Any chance Rydian knows this person?
Maybe.
Does she by any chance look like Tomoe?
Maybe.
Can't get rid of this woman.
No.
We need Lady Baptiste to find a more permanent solution for her.
Okay, so and with that, we've reached the end of today's session. Let's have a quick round of stars and wishes. Stars is stuff you liked particularly well in this session, where you just it's just your excuse to applaud your fellow players, point out what you really liked. And wishes is what it sounds like, stuff you'd like to see in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Either for your character or also on the meta level, whatever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You want to start? Or cool.
Yeah, I like with my traditional stars, what's traditional by now, is again that I really appreciate how much I can lean back in this group. I appreciate it as I was saying goodbye to my partner that you, Zina, just took over the XP part, because we're all confident and capable in the way this game works, and that takes a lot of stress off my shoulders, and I like that a lot. I really enjoyed your talk, your little head-to-head. That was really, really, or heart-to-heart. It was really, really, really nice, and I always enjoy stuff like that. Enjoyed this long session of talking about Alecto and like also their ethics. I find this is quite central and quite important in this game more than in many others. And I really like that we went there.
Yeah.
And I don't have any particular wishes.
I have stars for, I really liked the establishing descriptions of Alecto's home and also the office. Yeah. Because especially having had now 2, new players come in and seeing how completely different those players have like decided, that their characters are, how they live and how they work. It gives it another sort of dimension that isn't even necessarily, baked into the game, obviously. Having all these very different field offices, and it was just very interesting, what it says about the character, and it had a lot of flavor. And I loved that, the detail in that. Yeah, I think that is like the big star about,
Yeah, I sit on that.
Nina's stuff, world building contributions, and also really liked the stinger scene, Dominic. It was very cinematic and evocative, and always good to have potentially old NPCs coming back and complicating everything. Yeah, wishes. I don't know. I guess that we just finally get into actually looking at this mystery. Stop digging around. Yeah, that's me.
Thank you. Nina, do you have any stars or wishes?
Yes, I think so. But I have a quick question. So this last scene that you were describing,
Yeah.
do I as a character not know about this, and I'm going to learn more about it as we go along in the game, or can I ask about what is going on there now?
So the way the like the whole backstory thing in this game works is that we establish that together. And I didn't know about that 10 minutes ago. Just figured it would be time to tick the first doomsday clock. That character is an established NPC that we've met in the last mystery. And you as a character, I don't know if you know who Tomoe is. That depends on how far you have investigated Instavids. If you have investigated them like in a investigative detective way to any depth, you will know that Tomoe Takanashi is the head of operations for North America. And you will also know that she died recently.
Okay.
You will also know that recently death hasn't been sticking for many people. Like people died and came back. Quite a few of them actually.
I see. Okay.
But the scene that I described in itself was not meant for your characters to, for your characters. It was meant for you as players.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
More like
look forward to
spectator kind of thing. Okay. Cool. But yeah, thank you for adding a bit of context, because I was a little bit like intrigued by that whole scenario happening. So stars and wishes. Let me think. So, Dominic, what I really liked, or what stood out to me, what I can remember is when you described Ridian coming into my office and all of the atmosphere that you brought into it, with the smells and the general detail that you brought into that. I really, really enjoyed that, because I also like to go into like the details. And I always feel like that gives it, at least for my brain, for my imagination, that always like really makes it real in my head. And for Xena, I think I just really liked that we immediately had this like this heart-to-heart exchange of arguably, considering that we haven't really had that much contact before, that we had this like very honest moment together, and that you were also willing to engage with that, to at least to a certain extent. Yes. And in terms of wishes, well, I would also second the wish that we can we can have some adventures, and we can story along a little bit, because I'm also really curious to learn more and to explore more and to use my powers, I suppose. or
Mhm.
my to just be the betrayed in this world. And but I also do think it's important to talk about things and to dick around sometimes, as you put it.
Totally.
Yeah,
I think that's it.
nice. Yeah, we will have that next time when there's no preliminary stuff to do anymore.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
More action.
Yeah. Okay then. As they say in my favorite show, Fargo. Okay then. Then meet you next week. And
Cool.
yeah. Bye.
Have a nice day.
You too.
Yes. Have a good day. Bye bye.
Bye bye.